Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Woo, welcome
Let's
back,
go.
traders. How are we doing?
up.
We have an absolutely beautiful video today for you guys. But wait, before we start, meme of the day, sell me this GME. Jim Cramer's bearish on it. Beautiful, beautiful meme. But today, the purposes of this video, I'm going to be going over Nio Stock, ticker symbol NIO, baby. And we are going to be looking at the earnings report that came through. I want to say it was yesterday, but it could have been the day before that. And just the beautiful move that has transpired on Nio Stock. I don't want to neglect that community because that community has been great to me and to everyone else, I assume, right? Nio has been an absolutely beautiful story that we've been charting, and I wanted to cover where we are currently. So from the Nio stock chart, let's start with the earnings, right? Because it was a very, very big deal. And you can see on the last three earnings, we have seen a beat, right? You've now beat three earnings calls in a row. And Robinhood has swapped its buy percentage to 50%. That is huge. But just going a little bit deeper, right? This is the Motley Fool, just credit to them. And Motley Fool comments how Nio shot 10.5% higher. But the bigger thing is last month, the company surprised investors by saying it expected its first ever adjusted profit from operations. Now, that is a huge, huge deal. And when you look at the 100 million to 172 million range was particularly strong, and Nio ended up beating the high end of it. That is so important. And we have been talking about this thesis on Nio that our thesis being when IWM sees the freaking rocket thrusters, right? And you're seeing a little bit of a pullback now to the monthly 50, but the overall trend, guys, is bullish. And when you see this thing begin to take off here, you are going to see Nio follow along with it. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, what are you seeing now? Are you guys finally seeing it? Are you finally seeing it, Mr. Krabs? You have you have this absolutely beautiful hammer candle on the daily that transpired into a gap up of 15% on earnings. Now, the problem of that gap up is you leave a gap, right? And that's right around $5. I know this is this old story that you created the gap here, you came back to fill it, and everyone called me crazy for saying that you would fill the original gap back here. But whatever it is, every single time you hit this 450 level, guys, Nio absolutely goes on a rampage. And now you've seen higher highs, higher low, higher high. For me, it is inevitable, right, that you may come back to this trend line. But if you do, guys, you're going to put in a higher low after filling this gap at $5 flat, using that horizontal resistance as new support, right? So breaking above $5 and getting that weekly close was huge. However, your ability, oh God, I ate some cheesecake and it is beating my butt right now. But your ability to consistently close above $5 and inevitably get above 560, which was your prime horizontal target, guys. You can see how you bounce off of it here. You can see how you rejected it here. And now you are bumping your head against 560 once again. And not just that, traders, you've now tapped this channel resistance that we made right here after this double top looking formation. So a lot to talk about on Nio stock, but it is so, so big what you're doing in the interim. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about the macro situation, right? Because there is a beautiful setup here transpiring. On the monthly, we talked about the Nio monthly being in this channel, right? We started to cover it as soon as you broke out of this channel, the three white soldiers pattern candlestick, which is one of the most bullish reversal candlestick formations in the entire market, guys. You got that on the monthly time frame, which is huge. In doing so, you broke above your RSI midband. Once you did that, you ran all the way to this midline of the RSI, often seen as trend trajectory, right? Whether or not you're above this or below this will oftentimes tell you whether or not a trend is bullish or bearish. Case in point, right? Above it, you're absolutely mooning. Below it, you're capitulating. And now this was a test of the RSI band, this band in yellow, came all the way back down, retested it, and you were finding that filthy freaking bounce, guys, which is exactly what you want to see on Nio Stock. While doing so, you've created an opportunity to break back above 560 and get volatile once again, my friends. But I wanted to talk about something deeper, right? This inverted head and shoulders candlestick formation. Now, this is huge if this plays out. I'll delete that just for a little bit more transparency here so you can see the exact measurement that I'm drawing, right? Shoulder, head, and then you're creating that right shoulder that if that plays out, traders, you have the opportunity to ride this thing up to the freaking stratosphere of $20 to 1950, right? And that would be, I assume, fundamental news coming in that Nio Stock is profitable. So you have a lot of the stars aligning on Nio. I think it is no freaking coincidence, guys, that you are seeing Nio Stock post positive earnings as soon as you find this trend line, right? This trend line has been your bread and butter when it comes to finding a bounce when you needed it. And you've made one lower high, two lower highs, right? That's 1, 2. And now you're looking to make a higher high for the third freaking time, guys. Now, if you got a higher high for the third time, that would take you above your horizontal resistance or your previous high of 805 or 802 and break you free, hopefully. Please break you free out of 771. That has been the stingiest, the absolute stingiest. And I repeat, one of the most important levels on this freaking chart, guys. Trying to get it back. I messed it up. Let's just go back twice. Bam, bam. There we go. 771. Let's just take a quick reflection on how important this level has been. You see you rejected it most recently. And that pulled you down a significant amount, right? That pulled you down 43%. The previous rejection pulled you down 60%, right? Freaking nasty. You can see you found support on it multiple times. This rally off of it, taking you upwards of 128%. And then this was the moment in time off of the IPO. You freaking battled with it here, right? Gapped up once you passed through it. The same freaking thing, guys. You battled with it, rejected it, and then you gapped up like crazy once you actually confirmed to move above that. Now, this is what we're talking about here, right? We're talking about a break of this descending channel once this top side resistance meets this very, very strong support line, right? Whether or not you chop within it, I think is the broader question, right? Maybe you come back to fill the gap and then you go. Very, very possible, but I like the macro on this chart right now. I know you're seeing a lot of squiggly lines, a lot of Crayola, but I promise you guys, this thing looks freaking phenomenal. One of the best stock charts in the market right now, and I am not even exaggerating. You see also on the weekly time frame, just like you got the monthly cross up and retest of this weekly RSI band, same thing. Or on the monthly, same thing on the weekly, traders. Look at this cross. You get an inverted head and shoulders on the weekly, cross above it, and then retest. And now you find that bounce and the cross up above the 50 line, confirming bullish trend for the first time since that July run up. So for me, it is very transparent, traders, that you are going to find and sustain, hopefully, right, a sustained move. And that right now, traders, is all we can ask for from this stock after seeing some of the most abysmal, depressing, hard to watch price action over the last almost 200 days, guys. So I'm not done there yet. I just want to say subscribe, guys. If you are this far in the video, I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. So God bless each and every single one of you who do it, and let's get back to the video. All right. For the macro on this chart, you can see the very clear inverted head and shoulders. You can see the bullish momentum coming off of fundamental earnings, right? But let's go to the quarterly chart and let's go to the monthly chart on this stock, right? You can see the volume that came in during earnings. That's on the daily. Huge, right? That is a big, big deal. But I think what is more important here is you have the 9-day EMA about to slice through the 200, indicating that the short-term trend is that strong if you're able to hold these levels, right? So hold above 560, some crazy stuff will happen. On the weekly time frame, you're going to have the weekly RSI or weekly MACD cross green for the first time since July 11th, when you saw this absolutely crazy squeeze where bears capitulated, they ran for the hills, right? And you are finally seeing the fruition of what we talked about, right? This 3 rising valleys hopefully will play out, and I'm assuming you will find resistance at the weekly 200, now sitting at 859, guys. Bookmark it. Watch this level. 859 to 860 is going to be key once you get above this previous high. What you do there will probably determine what you do in the near future. On the monthly time frame, volume still coming down, but still a strong showing on the monthly candle. And then we all know, we love it, the quarterly time frame. Ba-bam! You have your quarterly MACD about to cross up, and the closest it has been to crossing green since June 30th of 2020, guys. And you saw what happened, right? This is no coincidence. The macro flips green. You have a lot of algorithmic traders, institutions and hedge funds. Their ears, they peak up, right? They perk up, whatever you call it. And there becomes a lot of fundamental interest in this stock once again. So that is what we're watching for the short term. For the long term, I do anticipate you retest this horizontal trend line sitting at $16 if you can see this momentum continue, guys. So that is all I have for the Nio Stock video today. God bless each and every single one of you guys. Thank you for stopping in today. And I just want to say, remember, the best is yet to come, guys. Boom. Subscribe. Come on. Woo.